welcome back to my channel, Kachismis Kachisi. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Kachismis Kachisi. Thank you so much guys for all your support from the last video I uploaded. I am very overwhelmed. Thank you so much guys, and please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, and please ring the notification bell button so that you're gonna be updated from the next video I'm gonna upload it. And don't forget to thumbs up guys, and then leave a comment below so that I will reply. Well, anyway, I will reply whatever comments you're gonna leave there, and then you can suggest also guys what topic you want me to tackle in this next video we have. So hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Kachismis Kachisi. Thank you so much guys for the overwhelming support to my first video that I uploaded, and for the first part of on how I came to Canada after working in Taiwan. Thank you so much guys, I really appreciate it. And by the way, today my content is, let's put in the situation that you already applied to the agency, and now the agency is requiring you to submit all the documents like your ARC, passport, the original passport, and like some other documents that need you to get from your employer. So I know that in Taiwan, as a caretaker or a caregiver or a nanny, you're not the one holding your personal documents like from passport, ARC. I don't know about Hong Kong, but other part of the world, I guess that there's an overseas Filipino workers. I guess their employer is the one holding their personal documents. So today I give you an example on how I get all my documents from my employer before, when my agency needing it for me to submit so that we can process our working permit in the embassy. So what I did guys is I had to trick my employer, because I know when I ask, they don't give it if I tell it right. If I tell them honestly, they don't give it. So what I did is I'm asking my employer, and I asked them that if I can borrow my ARC, because someone is sending money from Canada, like my uncle. I have my uncle here, I have my cousin. So I asked my employer that if I can borrow my ARC. But then, because they don't trust me, like most of the employers do, that they don't trust their caretaker or their caregiver, especially if you ask about your personal documents. They gave me a Xerox, the photocopy of my ARC, but then I accept it, but I'm telling my employer again that, oh, by the way, madam, the Xerox or the photocopy of the ARC that you gave me and the passport, they don't honor it. The money, the Western Union or whatever money receiver, like they don't honor my photocopy of ARC because they think that that's not me. They want to see the visible or the original copy of the ARC. So I asked my employer again, and I'm telling her that I really need the original ARC so that I can process the money that my uncle sent. So they believe me on that. So they give me my ARC, and then that time when you process your police clearance, you need to have an original ARC, and even only a Xerox of your passport is fine, but you need to have an original ARC or your alien resident certificate if you are in Taiwan. But I don't know other country of the in the world if they had overseas Filipino worker on how to get police clearance. So I am talking on my personal experience, right? So then after that, my employer gave it to me, and I directly processed my police clearance to the police station in Taiwan. And then after I'm asking again if I can borrow my original passport. Why? Because I'm telling my employer again that I need the original passport, because the ARC alone, they don't recognize it or they don't honor it again, because they need 2 IDs to prove that that's really me before I can get the money from Western Union. So again, my employer lend me my passport, so that way I already process my medical. Then at the same time, I have my police clearance process. So then my employer asked me again, when are you gonna returning your ARC and your passport? So I'm telling my employer that, oh, by the way, by the next couple weeks, like after 2 weeks, my uncle will send another money for me. So it's better if I keep my passport and my ARC with me. So they don't know that during that time, I'm already like applying for Canada, and my papers are ready to submit in the embassy. So the processing of working permits is only took 2 weeks. So that's why I'm telling my employer that you better have to wait another 2 weeks, then possible or probably I can return my ARC and my passport to you. So I'm telling my agency that my employer wants my passport back after 2 weeks, and as well as the ARC. And then the agency told me that it's fine because your passport possibly come back after 2 weeks. Then it's right. I got it, my passport, after 2 weeks. So I let my employer know that my passport is here already. My husband will bring it the following week. So then they don't know that that's already the time that the embassy, the Canadian embassy in Hong Kong, are already processed my papers and already had a stamp of my temporary resident visa that I am ready to fly for in Canada anytime during that time. So after that, I told my employer like, okay, I'm returning my passport, but I want to quit my job. I cannot do it anymore. I wanna go home. I wanna not going home, but I wanna go to Canada. And then my employer got shocked because they don't know the whole process that I'm applying, right? So they got shocked, and then they said to me, if you wanted to have a vacation for 1 or 2 months, I can give it to you, as long as you don't quit the job. I know your uncle sent you money for processing of whatever you process right now, personal matters or family matters. But I told my employer that actually I'm not going home, but I am going to Canada for good. So my employer got shocked, and they don't want me to go. But then even if your employer doesn't want you to break your contract or whatever, but they cannot force you to work for them or they cannot force you to stay. Like, it's not the worker's liability to finish the contract, but if you can finish, much better. But for me, I came August 21, and then I leave August 21 to August 19, 2014. So the whole duration of my process, like, I apply 1 year. I apply when I was 1 year in my employer, and then the whole process of my papers, it took me 12 months also for process. So I only supposed to be, my contract will be finished August 21, but then I asked permission if I can leave early. So I've been out from my employer August 19, and that's the day that I also fly to Canada. So of course my employer was upset because they think that I'm just using them. I'm just using or lying them about getting all my personal documents. But then I told them that I'm not lying. Honestly, my uncle sent me 4,000 Canadian dollars is to pay for the agency, not for building any business or houses. But then whatever reason you want to give to your employer, they're not happy, guys. So you don't have to expect them that they are going to believe you anyway. So well, I asked permission 2 weeks ago that 2 weeks, the duration of 2 weeks, that I'm leaving 2 weeks after. So I called my broker, and then the broker called my employer. My employer called my broker, but then afterwards, since it's still considered as a break contract because I did not finish the whole 2 years, even if just how many days lapsed, they still took me to the labor in Keelung. So they took me to the labor located in Keelung, and then they mediate, like they convinced me if I can stay more, even like 6 months, but then I can't because my agency is already booking me a ticket, and then my future employer here in Canada are waiting for me also. So like, that's a trick, you have to trick your employer to get all your personal documents. But in the law, the employer is not it is against the law that the employer is the one holding all your personal documents, like your passport, your ID. Supposed to be, it's no. But then, because as a Filipino worker, we think that we just abide of what the employer wants and the broker wants, so that we don't get into trouble. But it's okay, guys, because I myself, I don't want to get trouble with my employer while working. But then if you had a good plan and purpose, like, you can do it. So now I am a good and great example that from a caretaker from Taiwan, then I came to Canada for better. So I hope you can get any idea on how to trick your employer so that you can get all your personal documents from them. But then you always remember, guys, that whatever your plans right now or in the future, it always end up in the better. Like, if you plan to come to Canada, why not? Come, guys. It's a good country to live and a good country to explore and to I know you can do a lot better here than staying in. So I hope you can get any idea on how to trick your employer so that you can get all your personal documents from them. But then you always remember, guys, that whatever your plans right now or in the future, it always end up in the better. Like if you plan to come to Canada, why not? Come, guys. It's a good country to live and a good country to explore and to, I know you can do a lot better here than staying in Taiwan. I love in here. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope everyone is okay. I know how hard to be as a house helper or a caregiver or a caretaker, but as I know, Filipino workers are fighter. So I'm with you guys and hope to see you soon in my next videos. And please continue to subscribe my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that from the next video I uploaded you'll be notified. And I had a lot of ideas or experience in the past that I can share to you the journey on applying here in Canada. So thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye.